Opening statement. Well, we righted the ship. We got better, and that's what the week was about. That's what the message was about. It was about trying to, get things back on an even keel after we kind of stumbled and stammered our way last week. You can come in Missouri. So just the focus, the main goal was to get a good performance out of ourselves, a complete performance. And everybody, I know everybody's going to want to talk about the score and all that, and that's great. I'm not about scores when we don't, when we get a low one, and I'm not about a score when we get a high one. So I don't want to get enamored or intoxicated with a big score. It's about our performance, and we did our job tonight. But we could do that same performance somewhere else, and you can't depend on that. So for us, it's about keeping our eye on the next step ahead of us, and just taking it one step at a time. Come on. My daughter's in the press conference for the first time. So. Yeah.
Oh, does she get to ask the first question then?
Yeah,
I can defer.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
Well, if she
Ms.
wants to
Clark.
ask a question, we can get the mic to her.
Okay. All right. Well, in terms of performance, then I can't imagine there's much that you have to.
There's a
have
couple of
fault with.
things. There's a couple
Well,
of
it's
things.
never perfect, obviously, but
Yeah. I mean, no. There's a couple of things, even on scores that the fans didn't particularly like. There were things there to take. And I think, in a couple of specific instances, I don't think Aaliyah was a 10 on floor, but I don't think it was a 9.85 either. So at the end of the day, the average was probably about where it should have been. So I thought the averages worked out pretty well. It can seem like the judges are real far apart, and sometimes they're not. Sometimes one sees something that the other doesn't see because of the angle or where they're sitting. So I don't get too crazy about that. And tonight I tried to ease back. There was a couple of them that I just couldn't see how they got there, but I didn't. We didn't put in any inquiries or do anything to try and rectify that. So I know the fans want everything to be a 10. So it's and that's great. I love our environment, and I don't ever want to discourage them from their enthusiasm, making things known how they feel about it, and our kids feed off that energy too. So but there are clearly things that we can do better, and we'll evaluate those and get back to work on them. Yeah, I got to sign the score sheet.
Connor had two 9.975s and a 9.925 tonight. Can you just talk about her performance tonight and just overall in the season as a true freshman?
She's getting comfortable. You can see she's doing comfortable gymnastics for her right now, and she's kind of settled in and kind of figured out what this is all about, and there's a calm look on her face. She gets into a zone before she goes, and if you watch her, she gets real drawn down, and I don't know what goes through your head, but I've learned that I don't talk to her once she gets into what we call her hourglass before she goes. I try to leave her alone, and that's part of all of them. You try to figure out when they're new, you try to learn them as an athlete, and with her, she gets to a real kind of place of real focus, and she's just getting comfortable, it looks like, and that's encouraging. We knew when we got her we had something special. I told her tonight. I've told Haley this before. I've told Kaya this before. I've told them all this before. But after that beam set, I went over and I said, "Have I told you I'm glad you're on our team?" Did I say that?
Going off on Connor, she led off on floor tonight. What did you see from her there, just starting things off?
Yeah, it was a little uncomfortable for us as coaches when we were thinking about what to do. Sierra's ankles have been a little bit hot, and she came in short on a double pike, kind of made her ankle a little bit hot this week, and just was not quite herself all week. So trying to figure out, all right, who's that next person that we would slide down in at, and we agreed that it was Connor, but we'd gotten so comfortable with Sierra in that leadoff spot that you never know. Some people aren't comfortable in that spot, but We just felt like Connor has the right mindset to be able to go out there, and her score is going to hold. I mean, when she does that level of execution, it doesn't matter if she's first or sixth, it's going to hold pretty well. So, and that bore itself out tonight. She's not sixth on anything right now, and she's going 9.975 and 10 in various spots. So, you're doing something right when that's the case.
Haley, how good did it feel to come out tonight and, as a team, hit on every routine after kind of what transpired last week? What went through the week for that preparation, and then finally seeing it here tonight?
I think we really just talked about being normal because we do it every single day in the gym, day in and day out. And I feel like whenever we went to Missouri, we kind of just pressed a little bit and got a little nervous and kind of tight. So we came into the gym, worked on the little details, and just did our normal gymnastics. And coming out here, it was just absolutely amazing getting back out in front of the fans. But we compete against everybody in the country tonight, not just one team out there. So we just want to do our best gymnastics and just normal gymnastics to build our confidence a little bit.
Coach, you guys had your fair share of struggles on the balance beam in the past. What was your guys' key to finding rhythm there tonight?
Just stay in the course. It really, lots of teams have early season things, and that doesn't mean we won't have mistakes that happen at another time. It's really not about, trying to predict that. But I think it's just staying the course and believing in the training system that we have in place, and not knee-jerk reacting over anything. For us, it's not going to be about what their physical ability is. It's going to be about can they be unshakable in their confidence, because there's going to be times when the pressure's on, and that's the thing that we've got to be able to do. We've got to be kind of impenetrable in terms of our confidence and our ability to stay focused on the next thing that's ahead of us, and not get too far ahead.
This is for both the gymnasts. I guess when y'all hear that was the highest score in program history, considering the storied history of this program has. What does that mean to both of y'all?
I think it's absolutely amazing. We really do it for LSU and for each other out there, and just we know we're going to do our best whenever we take it one skill at a time, one event at a time, and just do our normal gymnastics. I say it all the time, but we do so many things and so many numbers in the gym, and they're amazing. So just translating over to the gym, and it really all paid off today, so we're just really excited.
I feel like it's the same thing. Like we do it every day in the gym, and we come in here and like we just wanted to keep that great mindset that we have been having every day in practice, and we finally put it together. I think so. Just putting it together and then creating a school record. It's amazing just to see how special this team is.
Connor, when you came down to the corner of the floor mat where your teammates were, it looked like you gave them kind of a knowing smile. I mean, does that kind of relate to the confidence that Jay said you had? How did you feel tonight in terms of being ready to do, really great gymnastics?
It feels amazing. Honestly, on floor, my team gives me the confidence I need because I'm not the most outgoing person on floor. So just like in my middle routine, looking at them gives me the confidence and just makes me feel good when I'm doing my routine.
One of these days, I'm going to get her to jump up and down and stomp the floor like Kaya, or do something when she knows she's done one. We haven't gotten there yet, but she's going to get there one of these days.
Connor, I think I asked after last meet. You weren't here, but I've seen you with the plush toy. Is it with you right now or no?
No, I don't have him. I lost him. Someone took him from me after the meet, but yes.
Babysitting?
His name is Strep.
Strap, where's
Yes.
that from?
I named him myself after one of my friends, and I got him in Park City, Utah when we were in Utah for the quad meet.
And what do you kind of use it as?
I mean, honestly, it's everything to me. He goes everywhere. He's at every inter squad, every meet, and he's always there. Someone's always holding him, and the whole team treats him like a teammate.
Yeah,
so.
he's just a part of our team now.
Yeah.
Can't do anything without him. If we lose him, it's like we're losing one of our teammates.
Like the mascot.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, started calling him Scab and Snot and everything else, and messed up. She didn't like that too much, but.
Thank you.
Okay, one for Jay and one for Haley, if I may. Why did you sub out KJ for down?
She
on
wasn't
the floor?
feeling well. We had a little flu bug that ran through us
yeah.
kind of late last week, heading into Missouri and then coming into the week early. And I think she's on the tail end of whatever she had, but she said she was kind of lightheaded and dizzy, and I was proud of her because she came and, made a decision. I said, look, you can either pull yourself out or go out there and hit confidently. And she's like, that kid's not, if she's not a complainer very much, and she just had a look on her face. So I thought she made a good decision, and she went to court and then went to Liv, and Liv stepped in for her and did a great job.
And Haley, I know Jay said didn't want to focus on the score, but the performance tonight. You guys, you said you see it in the gym. You know what you can do. I mean, this has to be a confidence building performance. When you see how much you guys hit and routine after routine. I mean, this is what you guys are capable of. I'm sure it's what you feel like.
Most definitely. And I think it all goes back to just going out there, being loose, being free of mind, because we do our best when we're having fun. Liv says that all the time, but I think it's really true. Like when we go out there with each other, for each other, just doing what we do every single day, it's just really going to pay off. And I'm just really excited for this team and where we're going to go, and sky's the limit.
This is really for any of y'all, but I mean, this fan base tonight, you had a crowd of over 12,500 people. Just how does it make a difference playing at home versus playing on the road?
It's absolutely amazing. We feed off their energy in there, but we have to go somewhere else and do it next week and do the same exact thing. And we want the same result, so we just have to go out there, no matter if our fans are there or not, and just do our normal gymnastics. But these fans are the best.
I also think in the beginning when we're all warming up and they're like, why is no one here? Like, it's like we're always like waiting for the fans to keep coming in, like keep coming, like during floor and everything, and just the energy that they give us, and it makes us more excited, and it brings the energy, like Haley said.
What was it? Does anybody know the total? I don't even know. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
What? Say it again.
500 something.
22 shy of a sellout. Come on, fans. We got to do better than that. Yeah, that was the thing. I felt like it was a little late arriving crowd. I was a little concerned that I think it was the South Downs parade, right? That was tonight or something. But I was like, man. Well, they showed up late in rare form, it seemed. So it was good.
Coach, I'm curious if you noticed any difference in Sierra's beam performance since she didn't go on floor.
She's decided she's owning that first up position on beam, and she's just so aggressive on balance beam, and she's confident, and she's really relishing the idea that she's been trusted with that leadoff spot. And Sierra's a competitor. She's, as you see, I mean, she's full of enthusiasm and passion for what she does, and she's really embracing that. And that could have gone sideways. By the time we got to beam tonight, the pressure was off. And we kept telling them, this is about us. It's not about who's on the floor. It's about everybody in the country. It's about us taking our next step. And had she not gone up and done the routine that she did, that could have gotten sideways. But once she did that, it kind of settled everybody in, and we wired beam tonight.
And then I noticed your daughter is here. I saw something on Twitter. Was it you wearing an Oklahoma hoodie for a photo?
I'm not going to talk about that. If LSU had all girls cheerleading, I wouldn't be put in this position. But since she's a back spot, and she's tall and strong and can tumble like a gymnast still, because she was a gymnast for a lot of years. So Oklahoma has a great all girls cheerleading squad, and I got friends up there that'll look out for her. So for now, we're going to tolerate this in our household.
Coming up on UGA, sort of a return for you back to Athens.
Oh, for crying out loud. Look, I've been here 12 years. At this point, I said this last year, Rabley, when you did this. I was like, can you guys just let me be an LSU Tiger? Go ahead, finish your question.
No. I think you got it.
It's really not about that, and I'll finish it up. Look, Georgia is a storied program. I got lots of friends and family over there. We got people that are on our team that are from there. Got friends, and it's fun to go over there and see people. But at the end of the day, it's another meet at this point, and we're just trying to take a next step. It's a familiar place to me for sure, and I love the people over there. It'll always be special to me. It's my alma mater, all those things. But we're going over there to win. That's ultimately what it is, and it really doesn't have any. It wouldn't matter if it was Georgia or anybody else. You know, the idea is that our focus is going to be the same thing wherever we go.
Coach, you guys have such a tightly knit group with a lot of energy flying around. Who would you say has been the biggest vocal leader in the locker room?
I'm not in the locker room for a lot of reasons, but I think we have a good balance of leadership more than anything. I think you've got Haley and Kaya, particularly, who have grown a lot over the last several years in their being vocal and certainly set the example in so many ways. I think Sierra provides a voice. I think Aaliyah does in her own way. I think, even with Alona provides us with a great deal of leadership too. And so it's kind of a leadership by committee a little bit. I'm not sure that I would assign that to any one person. Amari Drayton's got an unbelievable personality that kind of levels everybody out sometimes and makes everybody laugh, and so they're all doing it. Connor's leading. Look at what she's doing, and so we don't do captains. We don't do things try to assign leadership to anybody. The challenge is whether you're a freshman all the way through a senior, use your leadership style and make sure that you're leading in a positive way, because no matter what you do, you're leading in some form or fashion. You're either leading positively or negatively, and we want to make sure that whatever your personality traits are, that you use those strengths to help lead us and move us forward.